Well, hello. I mean, this is probably a little sooner than we normally do, but let's get going, man. Whoa. Dude. Dude. I'm here for the Glotkin. If he makes it in, I'd be happy. I'd be a happy camper. Um, I've only just met the Glotkin. I've only just been introduced to them in the storyline. Um, I picked up um, the re-release of the first half of the End Times and the second. I have both. I guess I mean, no reason not to just disclose that. But yeah, no, I ended up picking up both of the parts of the omnibus. I hope to read them at some point in time. I just got distracted. That's the truth of the matter. Okay, it's loud enough. I think you're getting both ends here. Let's get a nice little fight going here. But yeah, I would take the Glock. It's good to hear you're doing well, Joker. Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well overall. I mean, not just today doing good, very good, but yeah, good to see you, man. Good to see you. I have to admit, I have a gnarly headache today. Not feeling 100%, but I mean, the week goes on, life goes on. I spent a little bit of time shopping for little man. Kind of just woke up, drinking some coffee, drinking some water, getting hydrated, getting prepared for the day. Been hiding in my hoodie in front of the computer, trying to learn things, get things prepped. Oh, but yeah, I have noticed I have not been wearing my glasses very much, so I'm wondering if that has a lot to do with it. Just not wearing glasses, and that used to give me pretty gnarly headaches back a few years ago, before I got my glasses, right? Guess nearly nigh a decade ago. Where do we want to go here? This is a nice little high ground point. I mean, I have not played Astrogoth in quite some time. Something like that. There's either side of the hill. Should probably have these guys in reserve. A weird setting up from this angle, but it should be fine. Now to see if it works. Keep them kind of in the open. I guess we can kind of use this hill as a whole, really, a bit more. Anti-infantry. So yeah, picking on the black orcs will definitely be the goal. Trader Greenskins, right? These got to be some of our escaped black orcs. It's got to be the story here. I haven't read the little blurb if there is one, but that would be my presumption. I'm just kind of poking from a distance here. Stinking goblins. They're really just going to let us stand here and throw burning wraths at them? For the time being, apparently so. But yeah, hopefully you guys are all having a great day. I admit I'm having a pretty good one. I cannot complain. It's been another beautiful day in the life of Smodge. Coffee was nice and hot. Sun's out. Kids seem to be I felt bad. I was all wrapped up in like closing down stream yesterday, and little man, I thought he was trying to show me homework because I was like, dude, come on, man, you've done this a few times. Like, you don't break up stream to I'll go over everything as soon as I'm done with stream. Like the first thing I do as soon as I get off stream, a lot of days, is go in and like talk with little man about like his day, checking with little miss, make sure she's had a good day, all's going well. Her watching her little brother has gone okay. Like just the whole breakdown, right? There's usually a lot to go over. So it's like, I'll be right there, man. Calm down. Like I'm closing down shop. No need to stress. No need to worry here. Nice. The blunderbusses are doing their job, and hopefully, I mean, here we can hold the line a little bit. Our infantry doesn't even have to do any work, and we can hopefully take out these troops very easily. Go ahead and cast this on himself. No, I guess, I mean, that'll do. Try to take out the wolves here. Nice, he's still doing a wonderful job over here. Try to get over into the archers before they cause an issue. Nice, we did a good job on the wolves here. But yes, taking out these greenskins, letting these blunderbuss, one of my favorite units. As soon as we got these, oh my gosh. We had some shotgun units in game already. We did, we had a little bit. We're picking on some of our own. But oh well, so be it. Let's get in here with the Cav. Astrogoth is taking quite the beating, so maybe we let him kind of retire to running down the archers here. The Bull Centaur will hopefully get good work into these orc boys. The Bull Centaur in the background doing some work. But, yes. One of the great units of the Chaos Dwarf faction here, and we get to show them off a little. Just a little. I don't know if that'll hit him. He's doing all right. Let's give him some shotguns. I believe we're fighting over here. Okay, the rounds are going in well there. Hopefully get him into range of the shotties. And nice. They got a volley in, but I don't think it's going to be too bad. Do these guys have... I don't think they have regen quite right away. That's something we unlock later, right? But yeah, it was a nice little evening, though. Didn't hardly get anything done. I got off stream and I was kind of grumpy. I was kind of grumpy. I think everyone kind of noticed that. Just not feeling great. My back is still, even right now, I'm like slouching. I need to sit up straight. But it's not a hundo, and it is pestering. I think we did all right there. And, to teach the traders a lesson, we'll smack around a little bit there. Astrogoth and those little legs, man. Wolf Centaur should be able to take him out. But yeah, the Glockkin would be a lot of fun. I'm glad, in a way, that they're kind of... I mean, in my 2 cents, just in my humble opinion, if you're going to make a Warhammer game, Warhammer Fantasy, whether it be in the twilight of the series or at some point in time, maybe not going over the story. I mean, we don't have to kill down to the final one here, but there we go. The Lord's dead. The more the better, for the most part, in most cases, right? I understand if there's like an idea where it's like, okay, we are dealing with Warhammer Fantasy, like 8th edition and back. And we're dealing, like, we want to go back and pick up the old stuff and dig into the retro stuff. But we're trying to invigorate that era, right? And in some dimensions, I totally get that. Where we have our pawns, we have Azag, we have some lords that I think, I mean Grom, right, who are maybe past their time in like the end times reality of it all, but I forget when it was said, and I forget how it was said exactly, but there was mention at one point. Labor's always good. That this was gonna try to be like that, almost, you know, heroes from all time kind of thing, almost like a Warhammer list comparable to like a Smash Bros. But like everyone in the Warhammer Fantasy universe that had a impact in a way that people really resonated with, or just where they're like, hey, you know, we want to represent a lot of different diverse characters in the Warhammer universe. And maybe not everyone gets in because like you don't want to have, you can't really have a ton of redundancy, right? In that case, I mean, it comes down to money and time, so you got to kind of have variety. That's how games work. That's why you don't see every single superhero in a Marvel game, right? There, some things fit, some things don't. But in that idea, same thing as like I like a Marvel Legends. I would almost compare it to, or I mean Rivals right now, where it's got a bunch of characters, where you can kind of go in, and it's not so much of a perfect retelling of a total story, but it takes a bunch of characters that you know and love from a universe, plops you into that universe, and lets you create your own story with it. I think that's pretty freaking awesome. Its own kind of elegance there. So I mean, like, some of these guys, they'll never see each other in a real scenario, right? But in this fantasy plausibility, we can kind of play with that. I like it. I like it. Maybe we spread out a little bit more. This hill that we have here. But yeah, so like the argument that like I kind of kept tune with the idea at a time where they were like, hey, we're not doing end time stuff. I think there was like a literal like a comment on saying, hey, we're not touching that part of the story yet, as of yet, kind of thing. I want to say like around, especially definitely around corn time. You're like, okay, these are some definitely like end times. I want to say like the Wrathmongers are end time kind of stuff, if I'm not mistaken. I want to say there's some other indications, but heck, when I was reading Rise of Nagash, characters, units, things, but I mean that's also what I'm expecting in the idea of that it's like this high powered like combined story. You're gonna have a bunch of these named things that are from other tales that are like, I feel like there's a bunch of different like the Avengers, right? There's a bunch of stories that happened before this story that are relevant, but I mean, I don't necessarily have to. I didn't read some of the stories, right? So I didn't know everything, but it would help, right? Get the bull centaurs in the trees here to kind of take some of that heat off of them. He's fast enough. We'll just have him run out and around. We're just going to kind of draw him into the trees here. Create an opening, hopefully, for our bull centaurs to get in on the archers. Keep them uncomfortable here. Shift everyone over a little bit. No, they lost them. They've given up. Interesting play. They're almost in range. Oops. Yeah, there they go. What are you all doing? Come over here. Start blasting. Actually, just blast these guys. Keep them away. These guys can hold. They'll be fine. There's dwarves, there's orcs, there's goblins, there's everything. They'll be fine. Oh, he just walked into those bullets. Blast them. Blast the goblins. Oh crap, oh crap, oh crap. Okay, turn over here. Get everything out of the way. And blast them. Right in the back of their silly orc face. Well, I guess front of their silly orc faces now. But there we go. Nice enough win. We took a little bit of damage, but we had some fun with our blunderbusses. I don't know if we can say that. But yeah, my back is just still not good. Not great. Things are still not aligned correctly. But it's popping and creaking now at least, so hopefully things are getting better. But yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's not so much fun. It was probably better yesterday than it is today. But then today, hopefully I tried to loosen things up again. Did a little personal massages, right? Just rubbing my own back. Some heat treatment, sitting on some hot, sitting on the heating pad, right? Trying to get the muscles to relax a little. Now I cycled into another one of those headaches, but now my back hurts also, so it's, oh man, full circle. How do we want, which one do we want to make this? Do we want to make it an outpost or a factory? I think we got to do an outpost and factory here pretty quick. But in this main location, get one of each. It already looks like a factory, right? So I think we make this the factory. I may regret this. We'll see. Make this the factory, and then we'll make Dorzine over here, possibly the outpost. I don't know. Pastures. Well, we probably wanted to start with an outpost, to be honest. But to start with, we are going to grab really quickly the hobgoblins. We want to get the hobgoblin situation going up and running as fast as humanly possible here. I think we get a garrison because we are not going to be home very often, I don't think. Yeah, we got to get a great Taurus, I think. I mean, why not? Dwarves shields. Then, yeah, maybe just some goblin fluff. Honestly, I feel like the orc. You got to get the orc. Yeah, post-battle loot, labor gain, post-battle is pretty important. We got to get that, Gotta get that labor force up and running. Yeah, we'll get the goblins going as soon as possible just to get some goblins loaded. Get some recruitment running with them, and then we'll hopefully get Gorbad, settle our area with a decent little hobgoblin army, and then we'll move in to some other things very soon. Hopefully some good blunderbusses. We will see, we will see. I think labor quotas is where we start. The labor gain post-battle plus 5% all armies. Quotas must be met. If it's not a plus, if it's got a pulse, get it onto the production line. There we go. Probably gonna sneak out another lord. Lore metal might be nice. Lore fire's not bad either. Speed and charge bonus, I don't hate that. But yeah, get another caster, someone else leveling. We want to get him up and going as soon as possible, just in case we need other things happening. Get that going soon enough. Alright, somewhat good with them. Picking a war with those fellas.
I'm told you want to
hopefully keep them off our back by joining the war with the ropesmen. Keeping their attention over there. Keep an eye over here. We might, as soon as we meet Arbol, we'll probably join the war with the ogres there. But hopefully that'll start us out pretty well. We'll get on to our next turn. And Astrogoth has begun reclaiming the territories from these deviant orcs. You know, they likely rose up against us and took out the area. Begone proposed fraternity and your shenanigans. Ain't no one buying your shitty viewers here. We want real, breathing, thinking, critiquing humans here. Like I was kind of grumpy yesterday, right? So I hope I didn't wasn't too hard on dude. But I was genuinely okay, at first I was there was part of it, like, oh man, I'm kind of mad. Like what's he saying? And I'm thinking about it, okay, well let's commune here. Let's put our brains together. Let's get better at this. So we got the Gordez mission, very good. Fight 3 battles, get more labor, 1,500 resources. Nice. A mine chain in an outpost, settlement, produce raw materials. But yeah, so no, I genuinely I had to I stopped myself. I was like, okay, I don't want to get mad. There's no point in getting mad. Dude's got a good points and stuff. He's giving me his 2 cents. It's like, okay, let's go over things. So I kind of felt bad. I even had to ask the wife after she was like, man, I didn't seem like I was jumping on that guy too harshly, did I? I was like, at first I was kind of offended. I was a little bit oh, how dare you? But at the same time, it's like, no, he's giving constructive criticism. That's good. So, always want to commune the brains, keep things together like that. I'm not always the best with words though. So, but no, I was genuinely I almost wanted to message him and be like, dude, let me know how that campaign is going. I kind of want to know how did the I didn't think the gyros could do it, but genuinely he might be able to pull it off those gyros. Might be enough gyros. Like I said, there was right around 8 or 10 was that threshold. I think more than that you can pull it off. Less than that you're not. But I don't know because we did it similarly with a gyro army where we did cycle charges in the end and it still worked. Still won the battle. Got into insane amount of numbers. Slanesh Gore's next DLC for the Beastmen? I hope so. The question is how are they going to interpret Slanesh Gores? Are they a skirmish unit, like a sword and board, or a spear and board, or javelin and board kind of thing? Cohorts, but better, right? Or are they going to be... So this is just kind of a square one, huh? Doesn't really matter too much. I mean, I don't hate this. But I don't know Where are they going to be able to, what kind of towers or stuff are they going to be able to like roll out here? Oh, look like I'm all ready, man. Fat fingers. So yeah, I'd be interested to see like, are they like a infantry unit? Are they a range unit? Are they like a hybrid unit? Are they a skirmish unit? What are we getting? What are the Slanesh cores? Because they're really the only ones missing, right? It's kind of like if we get a DLC now, there's no Slanesh cores. Isn't it going to be kind of like a snub at that point? Kind of like a, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I will say though, I really hope they make it in game. They seem like a really genuinely fun unit. In some of the iterations I've seen them. I was starting to get down the path yesterday, and I don't think I ever really finished the thought. I want to hate seeing like. So like we've gotten a little chunks of beastmen, right, in the DLCs, like one apiece. Like we got the Zangors, and we got Pestigors, we got Corngors. So we've gotten these different varieties, right? Love it, and I love that there's like these little touches, like the elemental beasts go in the beastmen roster. So we're kind of like getting love across the board. Honestly, I kind of wish Norska could get a little bit of touches into there. Like if you could get some like high enough leveled like Marauder champions, maybe you could commit them to get like level them up to like a certain rank. You can make them into like Skull Reapers or something, or like some of the lesser units, right? Maybe get your trolls up to Bile Trolls. Just those kind of things that would almost like combine in easily enough. I don't know though. I would love to see like totally whiffed. Like I still find it totally lame that we don't have like more units in the Beastman roster in that way, or more units crossing over in that way. I think there's some just like genuinely like, okay, that makes total sense kind of combinations, and the more of those we get, the better. I don't know. I hope so. I kind of hope they're almost like a javelin or bow unit, though. Although that would be kind of weird. I think it would be kind of nice to have. So I don't know if Slanesh would have range like that, would they? They don't really have it now. I don't know that they have any range outside of like Marauder Horsemen. Right, yeah. Marauder Horseman, that's about it. So, like, I don't know if that makes it something that's, like, feasible. But what I would love to see at some point in time, and it got me really thinking when I saw the DLC, or not the DLC, but the content they ended up adding for, what's it called? Space Marine, right? So Space Marine ended up having all this, having like an addition added at one point in time, and it was a Lord, or not a Lord, but a caster beastman, like a Zangord on like a disc, and he's kind of like more like a hero styled kind of thing, rather than like a whole like, you know, like a whole unit styled kind of item like they have with their Zangors. Like a whole bunch of them show up, right? I think there's only like one or a few casters at a time, but it's much more in like the vein of like a hero or lord. I was like, man, that'd be kind of cool. Just have a disc riding caster lord for the beastman. That just is like all into like has all those each spells, but he's a. I mean, maybe you could make it like a hero unit or something. That's legendary almost. Like you'd get enough. With the, what is it, the Raven or whatever. And if you accrue enough, you know, alignment with them, then you get this gnarly caster. Yeah, they're not coming to say hi. We'll take both these points over here. That'll really just taking the towers down. Dismantling the towers. That's all we're doing. I mean, we can take out the doggos here too. It's probably a little high. We should toss it there. There we go. Much better. Sneak up a little bit more. Okay, I think he's doing all right over here. I mean, kind of rough. He's all on his lonesome, but I mean, they're just wolf riders. And this bull centaur should have this handled, no problem. These are some gnarly little goblins, right? Hanging out on their little wolves, but he's a hero. A mighty bull centaur torque. But yeah, I'd love to see more. I'd love to see more. And I'm hoping for some kind of Slanesh touched beastman of sorts. I don't know. Maybe it could also be not just gores, but I wouldn't be surprised to see beastman. Like isn't what's his name? There is a Centaur Lord in tabletop, right? That's all about like mating and that whole thing. Nice. He took them out. We don't need to get deeper into the troops there. They're just so good at refusing a fight here. But I mean, that's a good tactic. Sometimes a great tactic is denying your opponent their opportunity to attack. Did we hit that shot? I hope so. Thread the needle. Dude, they don't care. Astrogoth just stand in the way. This is some betrayal shit. Who paid you? Now that's some sneaky smart stuff right there, man. But I got this. Go back the other way, nerd. Okay, this might be trouble. See if we can get him out. Big enough to push your way through the gobos? Yeah. Yeah, just fine. Okay, now that they're set up, we can bring Astrogoth back. Keep these guys uncomfortable over here. Okay, we don't want them getting set up. Where are these guys at? Oh, we brought him back over the other way on accident. Let's get him out if we can. I don't know. He's doing all right. Okay. Hopefully this works. Turn and shoot, nerds. Okay, we gotta keep an eye on that guy there. I'm gonna try to help him out too. Hopefully he retreats soon enough. Okay, gotta take out these goblin spears as quick as possible. I don't know how they're still fighting over there, but whatever. Get out, please. Get out of there, please. He's just gonna break. Whatever, at least you're leaving. Run, blunderbusses. Oh, jeez, come on. Let's go all the way over there. Holy cow. Whatever gets us there. They're just walking in the combat. So get the bowl out. We can get him over here. Come on. Blast the shit out of him, please. There we go. Switch those guys. Keep them running. Possibly jump in here. Surprised we're so stalemated here. But here we go. We'll fire into their blob in no time and hopefully get this win. What are you doing? What is this? What is going on here? Just break already. Watch, they're gonna kill it first. Just break. You nerds. But I don't know why the bull is just standing in front of the wall getting shot by the archers when his goal is to attack the archers that are on that very wall. Barricades. So fun. Sometimes amazing, sometimes a nightmare. But I mean, it's still alive, so no harm, no foul. Got messy there at the end, but looks like for the most part things are going to be able to recover. Our single entities got just chewed down to nothing. But yeah, they, for some reason, they were very stout there at the end. Hey, Shady Spinach, how goes? Good to see you. Hopefully you're doing well. It's not like they had them. It was orc boys. Yeah. Weird. So this will be the outpost, I believe. Yeah, hopefully you're doing well. Good to see you. Okay, we got Zorn, who's cool. Enemy killed in battle. Got a spotter spyglass. Province secured. Enchanted shield. And the slaves of Zar have been destroyed. Issue commandment. We'll get a dragon helm.
Astrogoth.
I think we sort out the control first, but I mean, I don't know. We could also do the whole cost thing. Take that out, and let's go ahead and start getting some hobgoblins. We'll start with some archers. Do we already have the mission for it? Yes, we do. We need 8. 8 total hobgoblins. Route Marcher, more melee defense, and we'll finish off Tyrant, getting a total of plus 15% to our income from post-battle loot and laborers from post-battle loot. So, good stuff there. And the Hellforge, yes, we've been here. I don't think we really need to invest too heavily right now. Right now, we're just going to get the hobgoblins. After taking out this rebellious faction, we are now going to focus our energies on reclaiming, possibly, I mean, Silver Pinnacle would be a nice place to go. Not going to lie. But one of our goals is to knock them out. Going for Grimgore early would not be a horrible idea. So cutting through here, maybe even going through here and going straight for him. I wouldn't hate that idea, but we want to get up and going as soon as possible. Take some of these opponents out.
Let's have you then. I'll hear what you say, so I can shove them.
Yeah, we'll take a little bit of money from you. Okay. Nothing really to build. We could go for Saber Mountain, depending on if we go down this way. It wouldn't be a horrible idea to start conquering this ahead of time, though. And it's a bunch of ogres. I don't know how strong they are, but we'll see. Might be ogres are just who we're looking to fight. do we want to get another lord? I think we're fine. Thanks. Got trivia tonight, so I'm looking forward to that. Oh, there you go. You know, some of my fondest memories of my childhood are just sitting around at my grandparents' house watching Jeopardy with the family. Answering trivia and stuff. Wheel of Fortune was another good one. I spent a lot of time at my grandparents' house. And, I mean, we lived down the road-ish. Back in the day. Now we do again, weirdly enough. I gotta check in with them here pretty soon. Yeah. She just had surgery. Nice, we got that. Dragon Helm. Industry and Forgecraft. Construct a building from the assembly line, chain, and a factory settlement to produce armaments. We'll get there. Nice, we got labor quotas. We got that Dragon Helm. Capture 2 provinces. Let's see what we can't do here. One more Hobgoblin Archer. A couple Cutthroats would be good. That'll put us at a total of 6. Then we get maybe a couple Hobgoblin Cutthroats. Or we're getting Sneaky Gits is what we're getting. We'll probably rotate some of the laborers out, but get us that gore does, man. That's what we're working towards. We need a strip mine is what we're going for. Grab tallest towers. Control +1. All provinces. Campaign line of sight plus 15% for settlements. Reaching high above the putrid smog clouds. These spires are a symbol of Dawizar authority and an acquired vantage point. Is it possible just to demand a gift from him? No, they don't like me that much. That's what I'll ask anyway. Next is nice, Marcus. So we're trying to. So we're voting right now on. So I mean, I guess we're doing the Chaos Dwarves at the moment. Oh, those votes are done. I think they're all ended. So after this one, we can start voting for it. I think. Possibly even maybe we mix the two. Maybe we do Marcus and the modded, but I wouldn't mind. We'll mix things in. We'll definitely have to get a Wolfheart campaign going soon enough. I just don't know exactly when.
If this is bad news, I'll poke out your eyes.
Which side of that war do we join without getting too in over our head, huh? That is a good question. So we could join this war with the Dissenter Lords. That'll net us a little bit of money. When we meet Arbol, we're going to have to declare on them. Just to get Arbol, hopefully to make some friendship tokens with us, and get us closer to making some good friends with Khorne. But this way we grab ourselves a strip mine. By removing a layer of earth and rock, a rich seam of mineral deposits is revealed and can easily be exploited. Raw materials 200 per turn when workload requirements are met. Workload plus 300 you will need to maintain this much labor in the province. I think we're good. We're good, and we're getting all corrupted here. All is going well. Like I said, I'm a little nervous because I mean, another lord would be spectacular here, but I think we kind of lean into this. We will go for Saber Mountain here next turn and hopefully get a nice siege. We'll see, though. We'll see. If we can get them to come out, that might be best. But I don't know. I'm kind of wondering. We could also go for Grimgore. I mean, we kind of wasted a turn movement. I mean, I don't know that we moved here. We could just head south and go straight for Gash Kadrak. I think Saber Mountain's a nice little... We might be able to get this chain here up into this area. I don't know. Eagle Eyrie wouldn't be a horrible idea.
I will.
Hmm.
Asumor Angas Lock. Hundra Aumbach Gomlech.
I think we just squeeze on up, and then we'll attack it next turn, I think. That's starting about 45 seconds, about a minute. When that goes off, I'm going to go ahead and use the restroom, and we'll get right back to these things as quickly as possible. Go ahead and upgrade this factory here. We'll get it up to a tier 2. An organized production line ensures the high-quality arms of which the Dawis are known are produced swiftly and efficiently. Very good. And the next turn, we'll start replenishing that raw material that we just used up a bunch. And we already are by like 100, but we'll increase it by another 200. And then we will also have a factory up and running that can get another building. But soon we'll replace the Hobgoblin building. We have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here in a little bit, we will be able to get another round. I mean, I don't know. We could get another dwarf too. Another dwarf warrior would not be horrible. Yeah, let's do that. A little bit more expensive. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7. Need a little bit more money. I don't know if we have any quick deals. Have we met Arbol yet? We have not. Oh, we have. Here we go.
Khorne's gaze is upon me, as surely as mine is upon you.
There we go. Hopefully he'll like us after that. That'll give us a total of 4, 5. Let's get 6 archers. That's a lot of range. Maybe a unit of hobgoblin cutthroats for the time being, and then we'll replace the laborers as we go with some more hobgoblins. But that'll hopefully give us a decent front line with 3 little dwarf units, and yeah, some good stuff there. Okay, very good. We get frenzy. We're going to go ahead and end our turn, and I'll be right back after this this commercial break. going to the cinema. Have you gone? Or are you going? Or are you asking if I've gone? We have gone. We went early last week. Gouge the world. Construct a building from the mine chain. Very good. We did that. Military convoys available. Have 700 raw materials as a goal, and complete a trade. Complete trade with the military convoy. Faction destroyed. Construction complete. Technology researched. Hero recruited. Here, mission successful here to get Gordas. And we have arcane anvils. Complete a manufacturing forgecraft upgrade in the Hellforge. Okay. Here we will go ahead and get rid of one of these gobos. Pop in the one true big gobbo that we have, and over here, the only thing is this is probably going to be a field battle if we fight it. But I think we have enough arrows and things going on that we can make it. Okay, we're going to declare war here. Decisive defeat. So it's a bunch of good Noblar. We got some Noblar flingers. First time we're fighting some of those, huh? A bunch of bowls. We have Flock of Doom, so that's not great. Not wonderful for us. I'm going, not my cup of tea. You know, I genuinely was not interested. But I mean, okay, it's not going to be a blockbuster movie. It's not going to be some award-winning cinema. It's just a fun-loving, enjoyable movie. I genuinely had a good time. I went with my kids, so I mean, it was a really... My daughter has been a big fan for years. I've played it on and off. Like, you know, I've had it essentially since it came out. I played it with my sisters when they were kids. I played it with my kids growing up. Just like messing around. I've never really found a ton of interest in Minecraft. It's not my cup of tea in general. I feel bad that I haven't played more of it because it is such a big game in so many people's eyes. So many people find so much joy with that game series that it kind of makes me wonder, like, why am I not there yet with it? I think we kind of set up somewhere over here. Maybe even trying to take this ridge here. Some way even maybe trying to use this over here would really help condense down their troops, which is what we kind of want to do. Let our blunderbusses, let our guns, let our stuff do the work. I don't think they're going to come at me. I think they're going to stand up on their hill. And then, yeah, I don't know. I'm hoping we can win this, though. A lot of ogres here in the Mountains of Morn. But I think we can take this for ourselves. It's a nice little new location. I mean, I don't know where in relativity the settlement is on the horizon. Is this just it here? But yeah, I mean, we'll set up fine. We'll do fine. Okay, I don't know that they're setting up yet. So let's kind of do something here. Kind of create some fluff with them. A little bit of flankage there. Maybe even go wham wham like that. And try to let the hobgoblins help out a bit. I think that's most everybody. Could we use that part of the map though? We could also set up like right here and have them like poke them enough to make them come to us, in the hopes that we can fight them on this ridge line. I don't hate that. Like set up here maybe. A little bit of a contingent to hold back this area. Not this one. Probably fatten that up.
Sneak gets aggro. Acthortae! Druggy, boys!
I think we stretch it out a little bit more, and it might work. They're really kind of off on their own there, but that's where we're gonna put like Gore does. And our flank is really weak, but I'm hoping it's just gonna be like dogs hitting it. But yeah, no, we went, we enjoyed it. It wasn't by any means, like I said, some kind of like peak cinema. It was a good time. It was kind of like a fun-loving story. The kids enjoyed themselves. There were things that they recognized and were like quick to point out, like, "Oh man, it's one of these," you know. There's other times where I think they kind of were like, "Oh, I mean, that's okay." My daughter was able to go with her friend, so she was already just like cloud nine with it, because she's like, you know, I get to go have a good time with my friend. This is much more than just going to a movie with my dad and my brother. You know, my friend wanted to come, and they said yes. But then, yeah, it was the only downside of the movie was the popularity. Had it gotten to such a buzz that there was just so many people there. I have never seen. I made a comment as we had kind of pulled up, as we were pulling into the town, next town over, where there's this nice discount theater, which is splendid, right? We can kind of go see a movie. It's kind of reduced cost, and helps more of a local business kind of thing than like a major corporation, right? So it's a nice little deal. Well, we go, and I say on the way, you know, the last few times we've gone, it's not been that busy. That one time when it was like uber busy, we showed up like really late compared to like when we probably should have shown up. You know, we probably don't need to worry that much, right? I'm thinking, you know, maybe not, maybe not so bad. And my wife is like, yeah, you know, I think you might be right. We'll see. We end up going, and when we get there are so many people that there's a line out and around the door. It was just like, oh, okay. So let's kind of just get these Noblars moving. We don't want them setting up shooting. So all of them, we're just kind of kicking them out, moving them around. The ogres are moving up. We're not going to love those flock of dooms when they do get going. But he's going to kind of do the same thing, kind of pester and chase these guys off. Quite a few ogres are going around behind, but hopefully by the time we're done dealing with the front here, there just won't be a whole lot. There's the flock of doom. That's not going to be so fun. Hopefully they bring more around as we wipe out some of these Nobbler. A lot of ogres are going around this flank, though. That's unsettling. Man. Buff these guys. Gonna get him out and around over here. And we have to hope to hold this line. So open up more of a channel there. Nice. They're more infantry based, but I mean we'll get in here. Oh no. The side's starting to fall apart. Oh, we knew that flank was going to be flimsy. I'm going to start shooting, guys. The dwarves are fighting. They're fighting. That's something. This angle may not have been the great choice. Oh, right when they break. Oh, my poor blunderbuss is here. Let's get them back. We got some units kind of arriving. The dwarves over here. Even they're getting picked on. Let's get back. And we're gonna take a beating, but hopefully we can at least still win. And that's the hope. We're gonna keep trying to buff our troops here. And I hope we'll be fine. Fire. Fire your blunderbusses. Make sure you're single fire before you walk into combat. We're looking alright here. I hope quite a big mess of things. Our line was... We may have wanted to replace those laborers, maybe closer to the inside. Maybe if they had right here, maybe they were even back here. This battle would have gone a bit better. But that flank breaking has been quite the trouble. Oh, I forgot the Taurus over here. It's just been chilling. That would have been good on the... Okay, so let's run this back a little bit. So I think the line, we build this a little different way. Can't wait till we kind of get rid of all the laborers. Kind of why I had them back in my mind. We needed a little bit more of an anchor on the front line. I'm surprised they sent so much around the back as much as they did. But we'll see. We'll see about doing something here. So the slingers, I mean, the blunderbusses have shields, right? So having the flingers just fling their crap at them, that won't really matter. They don't really have any trappers, it's just slingers. One unit of trappers. Let's try this a little differently, yeah. A Warhammer movie? Absolutely. Have you seen the I think we've talked about it before, the Space Marine 2 little thing they did? Oh, that was amazing. You do some really fun stuff with that, for sure. I mean, again, I don't hate this little area here. I mean, it's not like... Do we want more of an open area? I don't think it really calls for that. I think this was just fine. We just need to realign it a little differently. I think we maybe draw the line farther up here, too. They may not send as much around the back. We'll see. But I think I'm also going to set the guns up around the back, too. Arrange a little bit better here. We'll be just fine. So these guys might as well go like... So I'm wondering if we do something like this. Maybe more like that. And have these guys here. Cutthroats fill in both of those, maybe? So they have their little throwy thingies before battle.
Here we go! We're out, boys! Moving fast!
Um, okay. Kind of the same deal. We can just go over with Astrogoth and poke until they come and attack us. We might be able to run some more of those slinger ammo out. Like, I mean, if we were more patient, we could have probably evaporated that completely. I guess they were doing some concentrated damage, so it would be nice to get that out. But yeah, I would love a Warhammer movie. You know, I find it interesting that Warcraft got a movie before Warhammer. But I mean, I guess such is the world that we live in. Okay, let's get this going. Run out these slingers. But yeah, the question is, what would make the good first Warhammer movie? If they had to be like, okay, and like, look at the Marvel, they had to be like, okay, Iron Man. Iron Man's gonna do it. We got to get Robert Downey Jr. You know, what's our Hail Mary? What's our big downfield pass here? It's gonna just win the game. Yeah, I think they made a right call in that case, right? So, but like in this case, what would be the right call? What would be the right first movie to just all in on? You know, it would be interesting. Well, we were unable to produce that situation, but hopefully this is two quick ogre units off the board. Okay, turn these guys around. Damn it, man. Okay, let's hope this works. I have high hopes. Okay, we're fast enough to go over there. We're on the edge here. It kind of baits the saber tusks a little bit more. Over here is a hope. There's a lot of hope. Keep these guys alive as long as we can. Let's get him out. Blast him. Okay, get him back in over there. I don't know, man. This is looking iffy, but hopefully good. Blast those blunderbusses, guys. It would be huge if you could take them out. We're just gonna keep on buffing these guys, hoping they can stay alive. Oh, that's not good. This side looks like it's gonna hold. I think we're looking okay there. There, blast them. Blast those guys. Okay, going much better, I think. We're still getting some deleted health bars here, but I think it's going better. Yep, there's the break. And this is a settlement battle, I believe. So the army is wiped out. No need to chase down. Yep. How one little change can make such a great difference. But yeah, I would love to see a Warhammer Fantasy movie. I'd love to see a 40K movie. I think if Warhammer, the company, if Games Workshop, right, it comes out and goes, what's our best story to start with? They probably start, I'm guessing, with 40K, right? Especially like right now with Space Marine, the way it's popping, the way it is. It's a lot more popular than it's... I mean, everyone's been playing Space Marine 2. Not everyone, but a lot of people were playing Space Marine 2. It was kind of like a almost a household name to a degree. Most of my friends that I see, or family that I see over the holiday that plays video games, knew about Space Marine 2, right? I mean, would we get walls here if we put a tower down? I mean, we could put down another tower. I wouldn't hate an outpost either, though. But I wonder, like, Saber Mountain usually doesn't have walls, but I wonder if we build a tower here, if it would have walls. Or would we get a tower without walls? Because that would not be good. So I wonder, I think we just go with outpost here. Opal amulet. Very good.
Astrogoth,
I think he's in range. I don't think they have any other territory, so they will have to attack. But yeah, got ourselves a little bit of a new settlement here. Question is, do we hold on to it? We get Tyrant here. We would have loved to have that before, but we just couldn't have. That and Bloody Blade. So a little bit of troop replenishment. We'll get Bulgor and Hard to Hit. And Iron Willed, and then we'll get over to... We'll get Cunning and then over to Iron Willed. Go ahead and grab the strip mine here. So we know how to do this a bit already. Let's get them up and running. Give ourselves a little bit of money here. And what do we got? What do we got? We can upgrade the garrison to a Fane guardhouse, which would be nice. We'd get... What do we actually get? We have 2 Chaos Dwarf Warriors, 2 Hobgoblin Archers. This would give us a Bull Centaur Render for 3k. I mean, it's a lot. That is a lot. But also plus 20 defensive supplies per turn when under siege, and attrition minus 10% when under siege. So there's some bonuses there. Not just the singular Bull Centaur. I think we go pandemic preparations. We're gonna get over to malicious compliance, I think, to get the bonus there. This would be nice to knock out real quick. Upkeep minus 10%, melee attack plus 4 for laborers and hobgoblin units. Stronghold Syndrome, extended time spent on the plains of Zar has led those laborers to fully believe in their overlord's objectives and are now seeking to prove their loyalty in battle. Let's do it. We're going to go a little heavy on the goblins at first, so I'll take it. We can't get any from here. I'm hoping he'll attack in the next turn or so. And yeah, how are you doing? Good to meet you. Have we not met you? I'd like to meet you. I'm hoping all the major chaos factions we can kind of buddy up with. We are probably going to go for the Lamian Sisterhood here pretty soon. Silver Pinnacle being a nice location to get possibly another tower and build ourselves deeper into the Darklands here with fighting some orcs in the south. But like I said, we also really want to lean into taking out Grimgor as soon as possible, which is kind of the mission of going over here. It's kind of like nice low-hanging fruit, but very good. Oh, he's still alive. Interesting. I feel like we kind of want to take out Grimgor before he gets Blackwork, right? Like that would be kind of, if I recall, that was one of the things I like to take care of in the past. Okay, so they got knocked out. There's an army of Ice Spewer. Gosh, look at the greenskins there.
Let's have you then. I'll hear what you say, so I can shaft the word.
I would like to get more troops, but I just don't think it's in the cards right now. I guess we could. They're just gonna be expensive. We got spots for 2. Yeah, we want them accepting new labor. Labor population is pretty high. That could be part of it. Let's get the Conclave influence. That pops us over 75. And we can start getting any of these things. I know. But yeah. Oh, those are pretty good. Rain and banner every 3 turns isn't bad. It's a pretty good one. Ooh, that's pretty tasty. Raw materials per 100 plus 100 per turn, and raw material output plus 5% is a great one, so we're going to start there. With that, instantly get 25 back, and 100 labor. So we're nowhere to really build, so we could really just jump in and get more of these guys. Question is, what do we replace? Probably... Do we get a couple more cutthroats? Or do we get a cutthroat and a sneaky get? I think a couple more cutthroats will be just fine. That'll complete the army, and let's go ahead. Now we haven't met Kolek yet, I don't think. But all the same, we're going to go in here. We're going to declare, which hopefully makes friends of the situation. But yeah, they just have a bunch of goblins right now, so that's not too bad. Hey, Noggy West, how it goes? Hopefully you're doing well. We love the gets. Most of the gets, some of the gets, but these gets that we're dealing with, man. What unruly, savage little gets. But I think we're going to try to go into the greenskins here. I don't know. This might be a hot mess. This might be a poor choice. We may not have the equipment to deal with these green threats, but we're having some fun. We're just checking things out here. We're going to try to get achievements. This was the campaign voted, but we are still in the Proving Grounds, so we'll see how the Proving Grounds kind of decipher. We are attacking the Gabos. Boy, oh howdy, do I want to just auto-resolve this. But I think... what do we got here? What do we get? What's this map look like? What's this map looking like? We might... Oh man, imagine blocking up this. They're probably going to come from over here, right? But imagine setting up over here. We'll see what this map looks like. That could be fun, though. We don't have anything too slow. Where's my other guy? What's up with his face? Why does it do that? I just thought I'd say, hey. Oh, no worries, Joaquin, man. Don't sweat it. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have noticed a little bit of not seeing you as much, but at the same time, I mean, you've been popping in nearly daily still. So, I think, what was it? Just yesterday is the only day that I think you've really missed. But I don't think you even missed yesterday. So I don't know. I don't know to say that. So but don't sweat it, dude. I get it. I totally understand. There's some times where I get burnt out on things. Other times where I am just enthralled by things. So like, for example, I was talking about Marvel Contest of Champions. I love to hate that game. I have gotten into that game 3 or 4 times over the past decade. I enjoy the challenge and the math of the game. It's not a horrible game, but gosh, the gimmies that company has and like wanting to make money off of you, which is it's a free game. You want to do things like that, like improve things and move things faster than they allow. Money greases those wheels, and it works. That money moves things. But yeah, I get it. When I get burnt out on games like that, for example, I don't want to see it. I don't hear it. I'm done with it. I'm ready to move on. This might be kind of nice. This would pack in these guys in a really weird way, I think. And hopefully give us... I don't know if it'll give us a good line of sight. But I mean, imagine fighting this little hole. It's so tight. The only problem is it's the trees. And we're going to have so much range in the trees. It might be better to set up somewhere like here, where they're hopefully going to just move in right here. But they may swing all the way around. We'll see. We'll see. I kind of like this more, actually, now that I'm seeing it. Let's see about it. But yeah, I say it as much as I can. I never want you guys to feel like you have to make it to every stream or you got to be here all the time. I mean, the goal is to entertain you, to get you here, to have you want to be here. But sometimes life happens, shit happens, things are going on. I don't want you to feel like, man, the sky's gonna fall if I'm not there for Smudge. I mean, I'll miss you. There's days where like there's people that aren't here that I notice and I miss. But at the same time, it's like I don't. I'm not the center of your universe, right? I enjoy seeing my friends, but I don't want you to think that you have to. And if you're not here, then there's gonna be like some kind of bad thing or retribution or something. I don't know. We were just here to have fun, man. It's a little backwards there, but I think it'll be fine. Hopefully that pulls more this way. We're about to find out. We are about to find out if it worked. If it's going to work. We still have a pretty decent amount of gobos going around behind. Okay, I think we're looking good here. We're going to move up a little bit, blast these guys. Then we're going to flank over here. Blast those gobos. Turn that way. Bring these guys down, turn that way. Let's go ahead and help build this flank up a bit more. And I said, if you guys could blast that way, that'd be... What the hell? Okay, I think this side's pretty good also. Okay, let's get the bowl out of here. Okay, it's running away at least. Oh, what the hell? You guys have one job. You had one job. Okay, that looks like they're breaking. Let's see, let the arrows do some more work here. Pull these guys back. Let the hobgoblins just pester the ones running away. Hey, Dragon, how goes, man? Hopefully you're doing well. Good to see ya. It's an amazing choke point to kill gobos. It was pretty good. It was pretty good. Still a little bit behind here. Sorry. No, he's sick and broken ankle. So, oh, dude, being sick sucks. A broken ankle blows. I have busted my ankle a couple times. Once with the horrible idea to play dodgeball on a trampoline. Don't do it. It's bad. Bad choices. Bad choices. Which, as soon as you say it, it's like, why? Why would, like, dodgeball on the ground's fine. It's fine. Why are you adding in a trampoline? That's just idiocracy, right? And it's not as good as the movie. But yeah, it was a suggestion from the neighbor kid, and I was like, yeah, why not? That sounds fun. Let's do it. And then I broke my ankle. Blew it to pieces. So I kind of don't even have an ankle on one side. It's my grumpy old man joint, right? Where I can feel storms, man. It's cool. It sucks. But it's kind of like, oh, man, there's going to be a good storm today. It's achy as shit. Excuse my French. But yeah, no, so I get that. Ankles suck. And then, so the second time I really messed up my ankle, my daughter, we're watching a movie, and so like when I sit, I'll cross my legs, so both my ankles are kind of just not really locked in. Right? You just kind of, your feet crossed right at those ankles, right? So my daughter put her foot right between my foot and my ankle joint and just pushed with all of her weight to like rearrange and like sit back up as we're sitting on a couch. And my ankle popped and it split, and it was like, oh shoot. And we go in and the guy's like, oh yeah, your ankle's definitely broken. But then we ended up having to wait so long. I'm pretty sure it healed all the way back up, because when we go in to see the specialist, he's like, your ankle's fine. Get out of here. And it's like, what do you mean? He's like, yeah, it's all healed. There might have been a break, but it's gone now. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Thanks, medical system here. But it was, I mean, what can you do? What can you do? So we're going to go ahead and get rid of these two laborers for now. I mean, you could pack them around, and it would be a lot of fun, I'm sure. But at the moment, this is just going to be the choice. Now, I don't know if he was in force march or what. There he is. There he is. Now, the thing is, we want to try to be friends with Kolek here, and hopefully send him another way. Let's put the hobgoblin cutthroats in the rest of this army here. We gotta start getting Gordas leveled up so we can start leveling up our, beefing up our hobgoblins. One question: what do you think about the beta? There's things I like about it, things that I'm curious about, things. So like, and I was spending some time reading on the internet today, just seeing what other people think too. And some of my experiences kind of correlate with what others have kind of seen. But I wanted to kind of go a few days without reading, right? But so I dove into the web, the internet, a little bit of the Facebooks, a little bit of Twitters, a little bit of everywhere. Try to get on everywhere as much as I can. Ooh, I like this. This is even meaner though. Look at this cruelty. But I mean, this isn't some kind of, we're fighting a garrison, and I'm over here like, look at this juicy lineup. It's like, just to shit on this garrison. But yeah, so I did a little bit of research, and it sounds like some people are finding, like, in some campaigns it seems like there's a lot of passiveness. Then in other campaigns there's like the same thing that we were kind of talking about yesterday, where there's like, holy cow, there's a lot of aggression. There's a lot, not necessarily aggression, but there's just like, holy cow, that's a big army for like where we're at. There's just a lot there. But then also, like I said, some people are having like really extremely passive experiences, and it's not until they really kind of say, hey, I want to go to war with you and do something about that war, that they're even seeing much. And then when they do, it's kind of aggressive, and some are seeing like nothing. It's like the game is like incredibly passive, and I'm getting away with murder here. But I did see some people being like, hey, I played the X, Y, or Z campaign, and this is freaking nutso. Like, this is insane to deal with on this turn. But I mean, hey, that's the beta. That's what we're here for. We're here to see the shenanigans. We're here to learn. I mean, if we were going for the basic bitch target experience, then I don't think you'd be downloading the beta. You might as well stay on the live, the current Whatever. These guys are just going to have to take a little bit of a punishment. It's just going to have to happen. So these guys will go here. These guys will kind of be the rear guard, along with these. Okay. Now we have an extremely exposed flank, but I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine. Yeah, we will have to wait and see. I've had a good time with it for the most part. I was kind of like laughing to myself yesterday. It's like, oh man, I've been having kind of an interesting time with it, but at the same time, it's like I've been bitching and moaning a little bit, but it's like, that's the point, dude. Why am I bitching and moaning when it's literally giving us exactly what it's saying? It's the proving grounds. But no, it's been there's been some interesting situations. There's been some obvious differences, and then like what I was saying before, I've heard some other creators talking about how like their experience is kind of deviated from the necessary norm. But yeah, I also at the same time feel bad giving too much of too much feedback. I haven't had an insane or an incredibly large amount of time to work with things, so, and everyone's experience can kind of differ. I spent some time wondering the other day how much this is just like, it feels like a stupid thought, but like I wonder how much different processors affect different kinds of gaming and experiences. But I don't know too much about computers in that way, so I don't know if that makes sense. So they're coming right at us here. We have an ad sneaking up in about a minute. When it goes off, I'm going to go ahead and take a quick moment to stretch. My back is still just not happy, but I'm going to try to stretch a little. We're going to go as much as I can today. Survive the best I can, and then we're gonna get back to this. Apologize for the inconvenience, but thank you for your patience. Here, I'm actually gonna snooze it so I can get to this chat here. I like Mercy's take on the matter when keyword the AI finally does declare they are a lot better at coordinating. Yes, so, and I totally agree with that. The computer is seemingly playing pretty wise with a lot of things. I like how the computer is working, but I will say there are things that don't feel right, and some things that feel just out of norms. But at the same time, we're in a beta, right? We're not in some kind of new or some kind of old like expected scenario. We're in a whole different boat here. So I mean, kind of expected, right? Right? I don't know. Am I crazy? Could be crazy. Yeah. That's just my thoughts on the matter. I mean, it's like what I was saying the other day, how Throt's getting 5 armies on turn. What was it, like turn 8, right? The Dark Elves are able to field like 6 or 7 armies by turn 30, 7 or 8 armies in total, probably. It's insane, but at the same time, I mean, I feel like that's what we're trying to resolve. We're trying to get to a point where we can see what's too much, what's too little, what's just right. But I think it takes all of us, and them doing these things like betas like this, you go from having like what's going on behind the scenes or what's going on to the people that ask or get involved, because there's ways you can get into testing. I don't know if CA does it specifically, but I mean, there's lots of different companies. You can just literally go on the website and be like, I want to test or review copy, and you can give feedback and stuff. And I don't know how it necessarily always works, but I mean, yeah, you can go apply. But yeah, but when you get a beta like this, you can go, hey, let's test and try things on a scale of tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, possibly millions of people testing, trying, doing things, and then all that feedback helps advance the game and what we're trying to do and achieve here, which is get a better AI. I mean, just that much faster. It increases the growth that much quicker. Playing Sins of Solar Empire 2. Today I've been playing the same map for 22 hours. Holy cow! But dude, I get that. Sins, oh my gosh. The amount of, I have told you this so many times, Joaquin, the amount of time I put into Sins is ridiculous. But I had so much fun with that game. Let's go and put an outpost here. And we may, so that we're actually committing to this place, let's go ahead and convert it to a factory. So let's take that down and then we'll convert it to a factory. I wonder if we convert it to a factory with that building, if we get a building with it. So let's go ahead and try it. Let's go and do that. We got ourselves, if we're really digging into the orcs here, let's go ahead and do it right. And we'll get a factory going here. The Stabbiest. Upkeep minus 20% for Hobgoblin units, all units in army. Unit experience gain plus 100% for Hobgoblins and Hobgoblin Wolf Raider units. We'll grab that. That'll help out. It hurts because we need the replenishment too, but I don't think we need it like exactly in this very moment. Let's go ahead and start getting down here because I want to start getting into some more of his spells, but we could also really beef up this stack for now. But I don't think we want to do that right now. I don't think so. But yeah, Sins was amazing. And I admit I probably played more mods than I played the actual game with Sins of Solar Empire. But I had so much fun. So much fun with that game. Income would be nice. When I've seen the AI can be a little more passive in declaring war, but when it does, it acts smarter. True. Thanks for that, Lord Cosmic. Good to see you, man. Hopefully you're doing well. I think he is streaming right now too, guys. So if you want to check out Cosmic Code, click on that name. Check out his stream. He's an amazing creator, awesome dude. If I dare say, I mean, I consider him a friend. I think he considers me a friend. But yeah, friend of the channel. We've known each other a while, and I mean, one of my earliest Twitch buddies. So love the dude. If you're not already following him, please do. There's gonna be in Cosmic are fighting you in game right now. Astrogoth. Oh no! Are you playing with him? Nice. Nice. Oh yeah, no, I was in there earlier. Yeah, the Malachi. Because I remember watching you guys crush Azazel, and I was like, oh my gosh, what turn is this guy on, crushing Azazel like he is? You smudge, you don't. If you convert factory to outpost or vice versa, you just get a blank tier 1 settlement. Everything else is wiped. You also don't get the gold for any other building slots. What do you mean? Like you're saying it reverts down to a tier 1? Yeah, I'm gold pick. Nice. We do have an ad coming up in like 30 seconds. I apologize for the inconvenience, but we will go ahead and slip on. Take a quick break. Quick commercial break. Let the ad run. Get it out of the way. For everyone's convenience, kind of just take a quick commercial break, and then we're going to get back to things like it never ever happened. Bezos gets his ads. We get a quick break. Stretch, eat, bathroom, whatever you got to do. Feel free to come and go. But this way, the pre-rolls are gone. But yeah, we can. I've never done it, but I mean, if that's the actual case, then we're probably going to want to do this. We can test it later. I don't know. And admittedly, as much as I enjoy, I enjoy people's feedback and their 2 cents. I'm never going to, I want, like I was just saying, though, like the more minds, the better. But, I had a professor in college, pandemic preparations. We're going to get on to malicious compliance, I think. This dude, amazing teacher. By no means was he like the best teacher in any specific category, but he was amazing with some of these like one-liners. Ooh, who do we buddy up with here? Is Colette going to survive Tammy? That's going to be bad. We're between him and Tammy. We're going to have to pick a side. You take tier 3 outposts with all other slots filled and convert it to a factory. You just get a blank tier 1 factory. Interesting. You'd think if you switch it over at a tier 3, if a tier 3 outpost goes over, like maybe a tier 3 outpost doesn't cost as much as a tier 3 factory. Maybe that's like an argument for it. But, we need a convoy. You would assume it would be 1 for 1, but who knows? Oh, absolutely. I forget exactly what you get at all these different locations. But to start out, I think we're going to want to go with labor pretty quickly. Greasus would be a good one for... But, I mean, we don't have a ton of armaments, right? We really kind of want to go... We don't have a ton of gold right now either. Let's see. Let's see. Where can we get some money? So we'll get some money next turn. A little bit of boost. Okay, the ad's running. We'll take a quick break. It also doesn't give a partial material gold. Interesting. Very interesting. Be right back, guys. Okay. Sorry about that. Grabbed a quick snack. Okay. We're going to try to scrape together enough for a convoy. Let's see here. I played way too much chores. Although I've truly only... yeah, same. We've played a lot, admittedly, ourselves, but... I don't know. I don't know what to do with the Gormandy tribe. I mean, it may be nice to have a neighbor that we like. Gosh, it doesn't give us a whole lot of money though, does it? We're gonna have to see if somebody's at war with someone we can join in on. Them being at war with Kolek hopefully helps out. I'm thinking we take the money out of this. The money would be nice. Don't get me wrong. I mean, I guess we only have 50 of that. Could we really do anywhere that has resources? That wants resources for things? I don't think they do. They give us resources, right? Yeah. Yeah. So we have 1,200 now. We get in here. Get this guy. There we go. Had to add him. Yeah, just gotta add them sometimes. I feel like we want to go to Drakenhof, but I don't know if that's like just because I've done the other campaigns so many times. So in like a case like this would be pretty nice. Go up to the Valeri, meet him real quick. Or we could go down here to Great Hall of Greasus, but that's armaments, and I don't have any. You could go get this, and this might send somebody over here. But I feel like this is already, we're going to meet everybody we've already met. It's not going to be too crazy. We're going to get some quick labor. What's the rate here? What's the going rate? I guess. Let's go for the Valeri. Dispatch a convoy. Hopefully it doesn't get attacked by orcs. But hopefully we'll have these goblins wiped out by the time they get here. We got our hobgoblin stack going. We got some things rolling. Rotate that'll cost us a little bit, but I hope in the end that'll be nice. And yeah, more conclave influence as much as possible for the moment. Okay, and hopefully we get a fight with some more goblins here. Get into Blizzard Peak. Yeah, I don't know. Taking out the greenskins is the priority at the moment. That's the goal. In my opinion, dwarfs are probably one of the most balanced factions in Warhammer at the moment. I agree. I like that they're... And that you feel this the most in Three Kingdoms, I feel. And it's kind of what I kind of want to go back and play soon. No matter what happens in a Chaos Dwarf campaign, I feel like you have options, you have responses, you have things that you can do to create the opportunities that you need to advance yourself. It's not always a perfect tune, it's not always a perfect deal, but I feel like you can get there, right? And I feel like most of the factions are trying to get to that balance. And I feel like some of them are getting there. Like I think dwarfs and chaos dwarfs are pretty close to that. Chaos itself, most chaos factions are mostly there, right? I feel like, I mean, obviously Sinestro needs a tune-up, but mostly there. I don't know, most that have played Kislev feels pretty dang good, but I feel like Kislev is also, I don't know why, but I feel like Kislev could really use another DLC with some other units. I would love to see the bat creature thing, the ice bat. I don't know if that's even feasible, if that's even in the books. But I don't know, I just feel like that roster is just still, it's like a prepared dish at a restaurant, and you're just like, it's missing something. It's just missing something, I can't put my finger on it. But at the same time, I also enjoy the hell out of Kislev. When I play Kislev, I'm not feeling unfulfilled, so I don't know. The economy is so dynamic, most other faction build gold production building, eventually max it out and forget about it. With the chores, I find myself stacking up outposts. So, right? Yeah, true. I mean, I kind of go almost every other settlement, so there's like gaps between. There's a tower. Kind of like big circles of influence, right? And then most settlements have a factory as the main settlement, main provincial capital. And then sometimes I have 3 outposts. Sometimes it's 2 outposts, 2 factories. Sometimes it's an outpost, or it's a factory and 2 outposts. Sometimes it's 2 factories and an outpost. Sometimes it's a factory, and an outpost. Sometimes it's 2 factories. Sometimes, rarely is it 2 outposts. Usually I have the factory as the main hub, just because it's got a better garrison in case of like rebellions and such, and just defenses in general. But yeah, no, I've found that after a while, you just all of them get so outlandish that you're making so much it's ridiculous. And then you can just kind of rotate what you need when you need it. Ensure that the following buildings have been constructed: a demon smithy. Very good. We'll get the stone mantle, which will be pretty tasty. 25 influence and 5,000 gold. The Lazargs have been destroyed, along with the Dolgan and the Folg. It's a bunch of weird names, but they're all defeated. Okay. This looks like an orc trap. So I suppose we respond in kind? They got a giant? I think they can both reach us just fine. Problem is, I think he's going to go over here next turn. Hopefully he can't go too far. We will see. So we were going to switch this over. But we'll have to try it later and see exactly. So what I was telling you that story, right? So this old teacher of mine, wonderful professor, awesome dude. It wasn't like he was some kind of world breaker. Didn't do anything like... he was just good at what he did. And he was pretty chill guy. Wouldn't beat you up too much. Oh, damn, I was going to check diplomacy, but we'll call it good. But so, like, one of the things he would always say in class, and one of the things he would just drill you on was, if you hear anything, if you see anything, it's very different from each other, right? So when you hear something, or you read something, or you see it on television, read about it in a book, that's good and all. It's good education. You learn things. It's always great. But unless you have done something, unless you've gotten your hands on it, unless you've seen it with your very own eyes and experienced it for your very, like, yourself. He's like, this is an old German, like, he would explain it. He's like, he knew it in, like, German, but this is what, the phrase would be, like, you can only ever be, like, 85% sure, which is pretty close to 90, but you can never be completely sure of something unless you've done it yourself, seen it yourself, experienced it yourself. He's like, obviously don't, if you've never seen someone jump off a building, don't go jumping off buildings. But he's like, the simple things are easy ways to be like, so-and-so told me this, but unless I've done it myself, I don't really know. So if you have that little science experiment, try it. If it goes differently, it went differently. If it goes the same, you already knew. But now you have that insurance. Now you're 100%. You've gotten there. So it was a neat thing. It was like, because we were working in tooling and stuff and like crafting. So it was like very much like you're working with metal, you're creating things, you're moving things, doing things. So like, definitely take people's word for it, but at the same time, like, experience things for yourself. Which was a great lesson in some ways. So I mean, sometimes you have to test acid in different ways to see what kind of acids work on different things. I don't object to another DLC, but I have to say the recent Case Level rework is great. I've highly enjoyed playing both the K's and Stinky. Still need to do a Boris playthrough though. Boris is one of my favorite color patterns. That purple and teal is... It makes me think of those cups of the 90s every single time. I love it. There was a time where I was like, man, what a rough starting position, but I feel like there's things that can make that campaign very rough, and there's scenarios that if you kind of stay on top of things, or, I mean, sometimes it doesn't matter what you do. I mean, heck, right? Sometimes you just get a crap pull, a crappy situation, and you just gotta roll with it. But other times, I mean, you follow the precautions that you know about and know of and know to follow, and before you know it, you're just like, okay, well, cool. Here's this, here's that, dominoes fall, and then you do things. Everything goes to plan, everything's smooth. But sometimes it's not that way, right? So, yeah. Like we've seen many battles go super well, and many battles go very poorly. And it's sometimes as simple as like one little change, one like altering fact. But yeah, no, I've found them to be pretty awesome. Things go pretty. I don't know. The most trouble we were seeing the shenanigans that would happen if we tried to dual start, right? And that was kind of weird, interesting. Very much like hamstrings yourself, but at the same time, if you get two locations, I mean that's kind of cool, right? Are the wolves really going to pester us? Okay, we'll send these guys out. Okay. Are they still going to come right at us? And we'll kind of set up this line here. Let's get these guys over here. Archers are almost set up. Nice, there they go. There they go. So we come over here with these blunderbusses. I think we're going to get a little more of a flank situation going. Well, that's going to give them a downhill. I mean, if we can kind of get them on the equal terms here, equal land, we'll see. We'll see how well that works. Okay, I think he needs to come back now. Poor little Sorcerer Prophet's getting beat up. These three can be aggressive, though. Speaking of aggressive, let's throw that in there. And here, if we can get really aggressive, we can push down the hill a little bit here. Get these archers in a better position. Especially for when this giant shows up. Okay, buff Astrogoth here a little bit. Come on, archers. Okay, we're gonna grab these guys. Maybe get these guys a little closer to position. This is going okay. Core does we give him some buffs here. Really help him out. Defend him while the giant tries to pick on him. When we get a chance to send those out, we will. We might send him over here when we get a chance. Please don't hit my troops. Let's start giving these guys, getting them around. No, you're good, you're good. These guys. Okay, turn and I don't think we need to take care of the giant. I think it's getting taken care of just fine. Okay. Okay, then we can move them back up the hill here. Just try to make sure that he dies. We'll try to kill as many orcs as we can here. But yeah, I'm not necessarily saying the Kislev feels like it absolutely has to have a DLC. I'm just saying it feels like it's just like it's like one flavor away from like a perfect dish kind of thing. It's one, feels like it's one away. One little touch, one little thing. And who knows? Who knows if that's a reality? The faction could, I feel like, be exactly where it is today and you know, as it is. Has 4 legendary lords, has some pretty good mechanics, good stuffs, but I don't know. I think we killed enough there. Anyway, 6, yeah, they're dead. Can we make it to these guys? I doubt it, so we're just gonna end the battle. Yeah, I don't know. I expected the ice bat in the last DLC. I would love to see chicken houses, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I want to say isn't there like something missing? We have some of the units, but there's like the faction of Kislev that we don't have like a complete rounding out of. Like, I feel like we have like the city people where like, are we missing still like the nomads or something like that? But so I mean that could be a thing. I feel like we have like parts of them, but not like the whole rounding of those, right? But at the same time, I feel like, I mean, you don't, I don't know. It's a sub-faction already tuned up to, like, full faction effects. So, I wouldn't hate it, and who knows what Old World does. I feel, this is another thing. I feel like we'll kind of know with Old World in the end, but as Old World comes out with more stuff, we might get more stuff. I was thinking, you know, we just got announcements on Slanesh, right? And I was seeing some of the posts from Old World about upcoming announcements and stuff coming out in the upcoming month or two with High Elves, or in the upcoming months. So I was like, are we gonna get some kind of like cool announcement and hype for High Elves right at about the same time as like Total War and CA, or like, hey, here's some High Elves coming to your new DLC? I mean, maybe Perfect Storm at the same time. I would not be surprised for them to I wouldn't be surprised for them to go a different way, because they have said that it doesn't have to be a rivalry. Convoy encounter. Skulking horde. The whole horde of undead here. Oh my gosh. Fog has descended around our convoy. The smell of is putrid, and shuffling shapes can be glimpsed in the haze. This land around us teems with their shambling forms. We have stumbled unwittingly into the domain of the undead. These creatures can be confronted head-on, and the wretches put down for good, or, alternatively, we can order some of our number to distract them while we make our escape. Though they will ultimately have no hope against the necrotic masses. We could win this fight, I think. There's some things, man, that's for sure. Decisive victory. I mean, like, I want to fight it because I bet we could do really, really well. But we could just auto-resolve it. And we might still be in our territory, so I wonder if they'd heal. Then if we are going to go into the dwarf territories, we don't want the dwarves, the orcs, to have an easy chance to swing at them and kill them. But I feel like we could get a lot of kills, and it'd be fun to use the Kadai and stuff. I'm just saying saving the best to last. Can't beat creating a warbear doomstick and pretending you're the Rohirrim. Dude, it's fun. He's a beast. I remember even in multiplayer a few times when I was practicing with that. Boris, oh, what is it? The DLC, or not the DLC, the ROR unit that they have of bear units, and then like a couple bears or one bear, just like three of those three or like four, right? Having two normal bears, the ROR unit of bears, and Boris just thumping around in a little Doom squad, and you just have a normal army all together. In the most part, whatever you want else to do, you know, you want some artillery, you want some infantry, you just want a bunch of cav. Who knows what you want to do? But that little bear group will go around and just crush things. Put up a couple patriarchs in there to heal them up. Oh, it's over, man. It's over. We definitely want to. I mean, we could kind of try to make an elbow over here. I mean, there's some other good spots. This isn't a horrible area, right? This little line we could even set up here, maybe. It's swing around here, but this might be a good spot. Although I feel like they could get around both these edges rather easily. If we just build an angle right here, they have to come to us. Probably something like this. I should probably take him, do this. Now we do have some bats. We do have to worry about that. That is gonna suck. Okay, just in case the bats want to get straight on to our blunderbusses here. You gonna shoot around guys here? You shouldn't be. Yeah, you're shooting up in the air, so you shouldn't be hitting anyone. Except for maybe that. I don't know, we'll see. Yeah, what are you gonna do? One moment. Okay, well, I am sorry, guys. Change of plans. But, so we'll kind of roll with this, roll with the punches on this deal. I have to go get my kid. She's not feeling well at school. So I'm going to go get her real quick. I apologize. I'm really sorry. I know we're just kind of getting today going. I don't know how long it's going to take because I don't have a rig right now, so I'm going to have to run over and grab her physically. Just kind of walk down. I mean, it's only a few blocks away. So, but sadly, I have to keep going. I apologize. There's not a lot I can do about these kind of situations. So we're just going to kind of roll with it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. Yeah, no, as you saw it happen in real time. I just get a call. She's saying, hey, I'm really not feeling good today. Can you come get me? It's like, absolutely. I mean, you got to. She doesn't call unless there's something serious. So, I apologize, guys. Not what we wrote up today. So, but here's the plan. I was looking at the possibility and the prospect of having to take tomorrow off because I have some things in the birthday party and just some things I was hoping to kind of get done this morning. Some shopping, things that I have to kind of, his birthday party is 2 weeks away, but his birthday is this weekend. So I was hoping to have something for him this weekend for a birthday present. But we'll see. Maybe I'll take care of that today. Hopefully I can knock that out, be done with it today, and we don't have to worry about it. We'll be back tomorrow. I am sorry. Family stuff, I mean, life comes first. We'll be back tomorrow. We'll be doing some more of this Chaos Dwarf stuff. This is going to be our campaign for a little while. We'll continue it in the Proving Grounds as long as we can. We'll see about how it kind of functions after the patch is over. But, guys, I apologize for the inconvenience. I was loving the conversation. I was having a great time. I cannot thank you guys enough. But we'll be back tomorrow. Yeah, no, I mean, hopefully it's nothing, and it's allergies and stuff making her head feel kind of, I mean, I know it's been really sunny all of a sudden, and we both suffer from allergies a bit, so maybe she's just stuffed up, and she had a really bad runny nose this morning, but I don't know. It could be something else. I have to call her back. But yeah, it's just gotta roll with the punches on this one. Can't help it. But hopefully this is kind of we can get everything done, and then instead of having to take tomorrow off, I can just get through tomorrow and we can stream like nothing ever happened. But yeah, I don't know what to do with my hands. But all in all, thank you guys so much for hanging out today. Thanks for chilling, chatting, kicking it with me, enjoying some quick little action here, playing some Chaos Dwarves. Like I said, we'll be back tomorrow. I'm sorry, I would normally raid out and do all that stuff, but I'm gonna throw some shoes on and get out of here. Kind of a weird day, weird situation, but it was a great day outside of just the weird situation. So don't let that, yeah. But thank you guys so much for hanging out, chilling, chatting. Have a great one. Take care. I will see you guys tomorrow. Maybe if I can find a quick little raid here. Let's see who's live. But guys, I cannot thank you enough. Have a wonderful one. Take care. I will see you tomorrow morning. Have a great evening, morning, day, whatever it may be for you. Whatever it is, have a great one. Do something great or be great, whatever it is. Hopefully you just have a splendid one. Take care, guys. Bye.